hardest part. What to say? Hi everyone, welcome to the Manhattan Project. You may hear thunder outside. I should say welcome back to the Manhattan Project. It's been a very long time. You should have seen me fumbling around for things because I haven't done this in so long. Even the glassware, which I thought was dirty, not actually dirty, it just has a layer of dust on it, so I had to give that a good wipe down. So I'm picking back up with Limestone Farms. Tom, one of their brand ambassadors, sent us these 5 or 6 bottles a long time ago, and we've now been months in between episodes, and I'm going to be finishing up the last 2 here in the next couple episodes. I want to do that before I got into anything else. The reason why this has taken so long, and I'm only going to discuss this briefly, is you'll see I'm standing here alone. Jesse had to step away from the Manhattan Project, the channel. All I will say about it is life got in the way, and I think most people can understand that. So it's taken me a lot of time to get motivated to get back into doing this. He and I started the channel together. It was always supposed to be a 2-person thing, and so it's kind of a big deal that I'm standing here alone. And again, it's been hard to get motivated to tackle all this alone, but I think I'm there now, and some time has passed, so I'm just gonna dig into it, and it's all on me now. So it is what it is. Okay, Tom, again, very sorry this took so long. So this bottle today is their Bloodlines small batch, and it's coming at 98.4 proof. Everything we've had to date has been phenomenal from Limestone Farms. I'm saving the higher proof. I believe it's called the I don't recall what it's called, but anyways, I'm gonna save that for last because we have learned on the channel that the best whiskeys, and that is their top of the line, the best whiskeys make the best Manhattan. So save the best for last. So right off the bat, I'm gonna get my 2 ounces in for the Manhattan set aside, and then I'm going to do a neat review on this with the balance. That's a good amount. What I like about this proof point is, for me, like that 90 to 105, that's where I want to be with a neat. A lot of times when you get above that point, it's too hot, and below that you just don't have the the flavor profile. So this is perfect for me. I'm actually looking forward to this probably a little more than the higher proof one, at least neat. The Manhattan, vice versa. So let's try this out. Well, it's been in a sealed glass, so I don't think that has any effect for the last 5 months. Doesn't smell hot. I'm getting a lot of cinnamon, a little bit of cinnamon, some caramel. Not really oaky. Maybe some baking spices. Let's try it out. Wow. That's like super complex. Much more so on the much more so tasting it than on the nose. But it's hotter than I would have expected, but not overly so. I'm getting a lot of those same notes, but a lot of cherries, believe it or not, dark cherries, and very little wood, very little oak taste to it. It's very dessert tasting whiskey. So I dig it. Again, this is right up my alley. The more I sniff it too, the more it smells like dessert, and it is a bourbon, so it's sweet. As far as a bunghole scale rating, I'm going to go with a 8.5. yeah. So that's that. That is the Bloodlines small batch. And I'm going to cut away for a minute, and I'm going to make a Manhattan out of it. Be right back.
Toyota.
Okay, welcome back. As you can see, the Manhattan is made. I'm just straining it into my glass. For those that have been watching but have forgotten, a Manhattan is made with classic recipe anyway. Is 2 ounces of whiskey and 1 ounce of sweet vermouth. Over ice, stir for 30 seconds. Actually, put some bitters in there before you do that. 3 to 4 dashes of Angostura bitters. That's a classic recipe. And then strain into a glass. And after that, slurp it. This smells good. Smells like a Manhattan. Nosing notes on a Manhattan typically should smell like a Manhattan. That's all you're going to get. So cheers. Okay. As far as a Manhattan goes, it's kind of like been doing this long enough that things get a little predictable in this range. This is a solid Manhattan. But again, I've had so many really, really good ones. I can't score this as a Manhattan as high as the neat pour. This did get a little watered down, more so than I would want. It lost a lot of its heat. Still very tasty, but it also lost some of its complexity. I'll say again, for those of you who haven't watched, these scores are not necessarily a measure of quality of whiskey. It's a measure of how this whiskey does in a Manhattan. Great, 8.5. I'll put this at about a 6.5. And that's still a very respectable score. This would be a Manhattan that I would pay, $12, $13 for at a bar all day long and be happy with it. So again, I just have some very high taste right now for Manhattans, and so that's that. Again, Tom, thanks so much for this. Next episode is going to be the whatever it was sitting right there, but it's so dark down here I can't read it anyways. Going back to the channel, I could sit here and talk for an hour about what I plan to do, but just know there are going to be some major changes, major format changes. It'll always come back to making Manhattans, obviously, but Manhattans will just be the kind of the centerpiece that everything else gets done around. We've built some couple new relationships. I'm going to be trying out some elevated cocktails, and I'm going to be bringing in a special guest star to help me out with those. But again, I don't want to say too much right now, but as always, cheers, and no Manhattan left behind. Yes.